Hello guys, welcome back. This is Gopi where how to different. So this is again another video. I think of problem 5 from competitive programming. So in this movie we are going to learn about for loop. Okay, so if you haven't learned for loop previously, we can just go through it. I will just go through and explain what does this code, syntax, and the problem, and we are the solution which we are going to discuss about. Okay, so let's move out to the code given here. Okay, so for looping is nothing but doing something. This is nothing but iteration. Okay, so you are going to do some number of iteration on some code. That's all. Example, if you wanted to print your name or your standard section or your qualification in certain number of times, then there is no point in copy pasting the entire printer statement or 5 times or 10 times. Okay, so that is not the best way to do so. If the best way is to use loop, okay, either a while loop or the for loop, there won't be any problem. So mostly many of them are using for loop, so I'm just going with for loop. Okay, so for loop, just one lines. Okay, so print name, print whatever the statement you wanted to print, just put it and it will print for 10 times. So that is the best way. So that is where the for loop or the loops comes into the picture of programming. So what I'm going to do is nothing. Okay, let me explain the syntax. So this for loop is all about the integer. Okay, mostly it's all about the integer. So first of all, int I equal to 0. That means that I'm going to declare a local variable which is I, which is of type integer, which assigned to 0. Okay, it means we have declared a variable I, then initializer to 0. And this is called as condition block, this is called as incremental block. Okay, so condition block means until this condition gets satisfied, the loop continues. This is where the increment. Example, I equal to 0, I less than 10. It means this loop will execute until I reaches 10. Then I plus plus is used to increment the value of I, because we start from 0, that needs to be incremented to 1 2 3 4 5. No, that is why we have I plus plus. First it will come here, I equal to 0, I less than 10, yes it is. Then it will go in the for loop, within the for loop, whatever the code written within the for loop, that will get execute, and then it will get incremented. Then it will again check with I equal to, I lesser than 10. If it is lesser than 10, it will come here. Usually it will like 0 10, so it will consider from 0 to 9, then it is a 10 times. It's time to start our task. What will be you will be giving two positive numbers a and b separated by a new line. Output format for each integer n in the interval a comma b. So first of all, if the value is between 1 and n, then we need to print the lowercase English representations of the word. It means this problem is similar to the previous problem. We just gets up input and print the word format. Okay, so here it is all about the looping. So let's get down. So to get understand 8 and 11, there is the two input they have told as like, so 8 and 11, from 8 and 9. Okay, the number is lesser than 9, then we need to print the word of the specific number. If the value is greater than 9, we need to check whether the number is a odd number or the even number. So let's come to the code. Okay, so I'm going to declare first value. So whatever the I'm going to declare. Okay, so whatever the variable you want, you can use it. Second value, I'm going to get the input from the user, like first value, then second value. I got the input from the user. Now the time would be, sorry, now that it's time to, now we have read the number, now it's time to declare an array which is of type string. We have did this previously as well. Number array equal to this way, so that needs to be start from 0. Usually I have explained in the previous video that why we started it from 0, even though we don't get it. Okay, so 1, then we need to get 2 3 4 and so on. Just wait for a while, let me complete that and get back to the code as soon as possible. 7 8 and the final one 9. So we have done with our string array. First we need to check whether if the value given, right, the first value. So it's time to declare one variable int I equal to 0, I lesser than some n number, then I plus plus. So this is the skeleton. Okay, first I will write the skeleton. If I value, okay, so if I value is lesser than equal to 9, then it will come here and it will print number array of I, else it will go to this loop. This is where, okay, else it will come to this part. So if this is where we need to find whether the number is a odd number or an even number. How will you able to find the odd number or the even number? This is the common solution. I modulus 2 equal to 0 means that it is a odd number, sorry, even number, and else C out odd. So that's all. Okay, so make it more clear, I just get it realigned so that we can read the code so clearly. So that's all. First we need to find from where it should start. So first value here, second value. As you could see here, we got some input. We got two different input from the user. We have declared a string array, and I'm going to loop through the value from first value to the second value. Consider this as 8 and this as 11. So starting from 8, it will go up to 11. So just we need to consider if it is the specific value is lesser than 9, then we need to print the specific word from the string array. Else we need to find out whether the given value is even or odd. Okay, to make sure it is working fine, we need to check whether the output is all about single line. So just add /n means the new line. So once after even prints, it will the cursor moves to the next line to print the another output. The another problem with the code is nothing but the first value, second value. So how will you able to find the given value is the greater than or even lesser than 1? Okay, so example, if the first value is lesser than the second value, then that is fine, our code will work very good. Suppose if it is the case the first value is greater than the second value, what it will do? That would be some problem, right? So we need to get out of the problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm just check and then do the swapping as usual, the same logic what we are doing usually. So if first value is greater than second value, first value is lesser than the second value, then I will have one integer temp. What I am going to do is like I will be assigning the first value to the temp variable, then first value equal to second value, whatever the value presented in the second value I am assigning to the first value. Now the first value is the larger one, the second value needs to be updated with the value from the temporary variable, because temporary variable is the one which actually hold the value of the first value which is lesser than the second value. Let's try to find out whether our code is do we have any error or not. Okay, first value and second value is the input from the user, so I'm going to check whether the first value is actually the lowest value. If it is the lowest value, there won't be any problem. Oh sorry, if the first value is lower, there won't be any problem. If the first value is larger than the second value, then it's a problem. If the first value is greater than the second value, then we need to swap the values from the second value to the first value to the second value. That is what I'm doing here, and then I'm using the same first and second value here to loop through a value and find based on the logic they have given. It's time to run my application. So let's go ahead and run code. First let's see whether everything goes fine or not. There is a compilation problem. Come down, could not convert, sorry, forgot the square brackets. That's my bad. So fix that. Let's see. Here you could see that the 8, 9 even on the hard is not present. So let's go ahead. This we clearly find out that our code is actually works but not up to the mark. Why? Because of the for loop. There is some problem with the for loop that needs to be find out here. So go ahead and find where they come here. So consider this as 8. Okay, 8 needs to be reached up to the 11th. Here we missed the equal to sign. So that is a problem. Let's rerun the code. You could see that you could see that the program got successfully compiled and we have got the output. Now it's time to submit the code, and we do have some set of 5 different test cases, sorry 6 different test cases. Let's see everything is getting pass or not. Wow, we got congratulations. It means that all the test cases are passed. Here you could see all the test cases are converted to green text. I'm happy that we have successfully completed our 5th problem, which is all about for loop. Thanks guys. If you do have any doubts, please let me know. I will try to help you out. Thank you so much and hope you will like my video. Please do consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Stay tuned and we'll meet you on another video.